Hi, Mrs. Anderson. It's almost summer vacation, huh? Is it true that you're already going to go to the beach this weekend? What? Oh, good evening, Mrs. Kane. My daughter Kara said that your daughter Angela told her about it at kindergarten. Oh, did Angela say something about it? So what beach are you going to be going to? It's not like we're going anywhere far. You know that our house is built on an elevation near the coast, right? We just talked about going to the beach that's a 15 minutes walk from where we live at a dinner. But it looks like a typhoon is nearing, so it's more than likely to be cancelled. Oh, is that so? Well, I guess that means that it'll be easier for me to ask you a favor. What are you talking about? Will you bring my daughter Kara to the beach with you? There's something I have to take care of the weekend. What? Sorry, but I can't. We haven't decided on our plans yet, and it's all up to the weather whether we're going to the beach or not. I feel a bit resistant to taking custody of another person's child in such a situation, and I can't guarantee your daughter's safety either. But I'm sure Kara will have so much fun if she's with you and Angela. I said I can do it for you. Then what do you want me to do about Kara during the weekend? I have something I need to take care of, remember? Mrs. Kane, why not think about Kara for once and stop thinking about yourself only? I'm asking you to bring Kara to the beach with you precisely because I'm thinking about Kara. I'm sorry, but I can't take Kara for you. What do you mean you can't? Just bring her to the beach. I said I can't. Ugh, you're so stubborn. I refused your request, all right? Goodbye. Do you have some time, Jason? You're in the train on your way home from work, right? Oh, hey, Rena. You should probably take a different path on your way home. Why? It seems that Mrs. Kane found out about our plans to go to the beach this weekend. She's asking me really stubbornly to bring her daughter Kara with us because she has to take care of something. Seriously? Mrs. Kane's house is between the station and our home, so you should go by a different route than usual and avoid her house, just in case. Got it. But still, that person never gets tired of this, huh? Even after it's become a problem how she keeps asking for other mothers at the kindergarten to take care of her daughter for her. Apparently, she's a single mother now since her husband divorced her because she cheated on him. Couldn't she have give her husband custody over their child if this was what's going on? She keeps talking about how she can't take care of her anyways. Truly, there are even some people that are saying they should report her to the Children's Welfare Center. I see. Anyways, I'm definitely going to take a different route now. Take care on your way home. Yep, thanks. Hi, Rena. It looks like our plans for the beach are going to have to be cancelled. Oh, I guessed as much. The typhoon is going to be hitting at noon on Saturday, right? There's something else I wanted to tell you. I got special tickets for a hot spring hotel in S Prefecture from my colleague. Do you want to go there instead? Ooh, hot springs? Angela loved it. When we went to the hot springs last time, right? Yep, I remember that as well. I already checked with the hotel if they had rooms available, and apparently they still have multiple available rooms. I think we can get a reservation if we book right now. We'll have to leave early to catch the train first thing in the morning, but the typhoon isn't going to be a problem in S Prefecture. I just asked Angela and she said she wanted to go. If that's the case, then I see no reason to object. Alright, I'll get the reservations right now. Yep, thanks. Hi, Mrs. Anderson. Thanks for taking my daughter Kara to the beach. Taking care of a child is such a pain in the ass, so I'm so glad you're taking care of her for the whole day. What? Mrs. Kane? And you know what? The typhoon's already come, so we can't go outside. So take care of her until tomorrow morning, okay? What do you mean? The beach has been closed because of the typhoon. We aren't at the beach. And your daughter Kara isn't with us. What? Oh, you drop her off at our house? I'm saying that Kara wasn't with us from the beginning. Huh? I haven't seen her even today. Don't be silly. You're going to go to the beach today with Kara, aren't you? I found out in advance which beach your family was going to go to, so I dropped Kara off there with her swimming suit and a floaty, telling her to wait until Angela's family comes so she can play with you guys. You what? You should have met her at the beach, no? What are you thinking, Mrs. Kane? Why did you just drop your daughter off the beach knowing a typhoon was going to come? But there was something I needed to take care of. Kara just said she understood, and I thought you were just waiting for her at the beach. Didn't I already tell you that the beach is closed because of the typhoon? It's closed? The waves are tall because of the typhoon, which means that it's dangerous to go to the ocean. What do you mean? There was an emergency alert sent to our phones yesterday and this morning as well. Didn't you notice? I don't know anything about it. Besides, if you knew a typhoon was going to come, then couldn't you have guessed that going into an ocean was dangerous? Where's Kara? How should I know? I said I didn't even see her today, right? Stop texting me and hurry up and find your daughter. Huh? I'm busy right now. You go and find her, Mrs. Anderson. If your plans to go to the beach were cancelled, then that must mean that you're just lying around in your home, right? We're currently in S Prefecture. What? We just happened by chance to get special tickets to a hot spring hotel in S Prefecture. And since the typhoon wouldn't affect us here, we changed our plans of going to the beach and went to the hot springs instead. That means that you have no idea where Kara is. That's why I told you to stop texting me and find your daughter. Call the police immediately. You do it, Mrs. Anderson. Huh? I'm out having fun today, which means I can't just go home. We can't come home either, you know. Even if we took a train right now, we wouldn't be able to catch the last train going home at this point. But if I call the police, it will seem like I did something wrong, and I don't want that. Huh? What are you saying? It's your own daughter, right? It's your responsibility, Mrs. Anderson. I told you to take care of Kara today, right? Didn't I tell you I wouldn't do such a thing? Ugh! It seems it's no use talking to you, so I'll just take care of it myself. I'm going to ask my husband to contact the police there. You should have done that from the start. You're such a hassle. You're unfit to be a mother, Mrs. Kane. What? I feel so bad for Kara having to have a mother like this. Rude. You're the one who's rude. Bye then. Rena, I just got a word from the police about Kara. Did something happen to her? They said that someone found her and is currently looking for her. Really? I was packing at the hotel lobby since I was so anxious, even while I was contacting the other mothers. I'm so glad. And it also looks like the person who's looking after Kara is going to contact us. Come back to the hotel room for a bit. Got it. Mrs. Kane, Kara was found. She's safe. What? Really? I'm so glad. I'll be over right away and pick her up. Hold on. We can give Kara back to you. Huh? What do you mean by that? First, I'll explain to you what your daughter Kara went through today. It seems Kara knew that the beach was closed, but she also knew that you were going to leave, and decided that it was no use going home, since she wouldn't be able to get in. Apparently, they found her trying to go to your ex-husband, Mr. Smith's office. What? Why? Apparently, Kara remembered the name of the company of her father worked at. While she was headed to the office, she was seen by a police officer walking around on her own at a large street. Apparently, she told the police officer the name of her father's company, and the police officer was kind enough to take her there. I just got a message from Mr. Smith earlier, saying that was how he was able to reunite with his daughter. Is that so? That being the case, Kara is now at Mr. Smith's house. Wait, hold on. Smith is my ex-husband. You can't just hand Kara over to him. Don't you think that it could have been avoided given the situation? Besides, Kara is the daughter as well, right? But I'm the one who took custody of Kara. By the way, Mrs. Kane, the reason you keep leaving and making someone else take care of Kara is because you're meeting your boyfriend, right? Huh? So what? I'm single, so why can't I have a boyfriend? But this boyfriend of yours is married, right? What? That's none of your business. You have no right to call me out of my private affairs. I'm not really calling you out, but this boyfriend of yours is the son of the leader of the neighborhood association, right? You just messed up in a place where the lives of so many people you know overlap. How many witnesses do you think there are? Don't underestimate the information network of us mothers. So what if that's the case? Don't mess with me. I'm a single mother that has to go through a lot. The people around me should go out of their way to help me. I applaud the nerve you must have to be able to say something like that after making the other mothers take care of your daughter for you so often, just so you can go out with your boyfriend who also happens to be married. What's your problem? Are these the words of an old dried-out woman? I'd rather be dried out than be with someone like you who can only say things of that level. What? Well then, let's continue our conversation, shall we? Mr. Smith has a message for you. Get ready because I'm going to do everything I can to get custody of Kara from you. Huh? That person seriously said something like that? It's only natural now that he knows what Kara has to live with. He can't help but say such things as her father. But if he gains custody of Kara, I won't be able to get money for the child support anymore. Well, yes. On the contrary, you're the one who's going to be paying for child support. Stop with these jokes. If he stops paying child support, I won't be able to meet the monthly bills from my credit card anymore. What? So that means you were using the money from Kara's child support for your own purposes? Why am I not surprised? No, that's not what I meant. I see. I always wondered how you were able to maintain the lifestyle you lived when it didn't seem like you were even working. So that's what's going on. Mrs. Anderson, don't tell this to Mr. Smith, okay? Got it. I'll be sure to tell this to Mr. Smith. No. Well then, I'm going to contact him now, so bye. Don't tell him. After the incident, Mr. Smith was able to get custody of Kara. Apparently, Mrs. Anderson was determined not to give custody of Kara to him no matter what. But thanks to a pile of evidence from the other mothers that were worried about Kara's situation, that she was making them take care of her daughter for her, and some additional evidence from Mr. Smith, he was able to successfully get custody of Kara. That being said, we no longer have to worry about Kara's well-being, it seems. Mrs. Anderson, on the other hand, due to the incident, everyone found out that she was going out with the son of the leader of the neighborhood association, and she was again forced to pay an alimony. It seems her boyfriend, for one reason or another, couldn't just divorce his wife, so they agreed to stay together and work things out. Mrs. Anderson now has no one to rely on, since even her parents had already cut ties with her. Now she spends every day doing non-stop physical labor, so that she can pay off the money she needs to pay. Hi, Marcia. You're finished with the work and have already left the office, right? Come to the high-class restaurant Wadai Tea, right? Now, please. What? You know where it is, right? Oh, yes. The owner of Wadai Thai is my friend of mine. So I know where it is, but why are you suddenly inviting me to dinner there, Mrs. Willis? I just happened to be able to get reservations there, so I thought you, me, and Alexis could go to dinner there. Is that so? What? You sound like you want to say something. Well, I just thought that it was strange of you to invite me like this to dinner. You know, I have allergies, right? It's fine. Just hurry up and come. Alexis is already here with me, and we're about to enter the restaurant. What? Really? The dishes aren't going to be served if everyone isn't here. I'll be there as soon as possible. Just hurry up. Hello, Mercedes. Long time no see. It's me, Marcia Willis. I just arrived at Wadai Thai earlier ago, but I was led to a different room than my associates. I was then told to contact you, Mercedes. Long time no see, Marcia. We haven't met since the middle school reunion party, right? Sorry for having to do this by text. I needed to visit my parents' house on urgent business, and I'm currently on the bullet train. It's all right. You were probably surprised to suddenly be contacted by me, because even though we were classmates, we weren't exactly that close. Oh, well, I was a bit surprised, but I knew you were the owner of this restaurant, Wadai Thai. I guess that it has something to do with the fact. Yes. Why was I led to a different room? I was supposed to have dinner with my husband and his mother here. I can hear my mother-in-law's huge voice, so I know she must be nearby. Marcia, you need to get out of here as soon as possible. What? You see, the reason I had you led to a different room was to temporarily hide you from your mother-in-law. Hide me? It seems your mother-in-law is trying to use the fact that you're allergic to crustaceans to put you in the hospital. Huh? One of my employees happened to overhear your mother-in-law on the phone while she was in the corridor. She was probably talking to a friend of hers or something. She's going to mix some crab soup powder in your food to make you have an anaphylactic shock and send you to the hospital. Then she plans to persuade your husband to divorce you by saying a woman as unhealthy as you won't be able to produce healthy offsprings. What? Our restaurant offers to remove any ingredients that our customers are allergic to from our dishes, so we were as careful as possible to remove any crustaceans today when we heard that you were allergic to them during the reservation. Excuse me, but did you only remove crustaceans from today's dishes? What? Yes. Were there any ingredients from the gourd family used? Yes, I think cucumbers and pumpkins were going to be used. Are you still not here, Marcia? We couldn't have waited any longer, so he had to bring them out just a few dishes. Hurry up and come. Don't eat that. What? Marcia, what's the meaning of this? You just barged into our room, forcefully took Alexis with you. Explain yourself. You just ruined our dinner at a high-class restaurant. Alexis is allergic to foods from the gourd family. What? It first started a year ago. I'm pretty sure I told you this already, Mrs. Willis. What? Didn't he just say actually me too when he found out about your crustacean allergy just to be nice to you? Besides, there's no way Alexis, who I raised to be a healthy child, has allergies. He's not like you who can't eat crabs or shrimp. It doesn't matter. We're not going to be having dinner with you at Wadai Thai anymore. What? Why you? Do you understand that this is a high-class restaurant? Do you know how much I paid for this? If you're unhappy, you can ask me to pay for all the expenses. We're just not going to be going eating anymore. Hold on, Marcia. Good morning, Marcia. How's your husband feeling? It seems that pumpkin was used in one of the sauces in the fish dish that we brought to your husband and his mother. I heard that he ate a bit of it. I'm sorry for having to make such a commotion yesterday, Mercedes. I brought him to the hospital for one night just to be safe. But thankfully, the allergic reaction was only a light one. Apparently, he noticed as soon as he put it into his mouth and spit it out, which was extremely fortunate. I see. I'm glad nothing serious came out of it. It's just a shame that this had to happen when you came to our restaurant as a customer. How should I apologize to you? Wadai didn't do anything wrong. Your chefs removed all crustacean ingredients from the dishes just like they were told to. My husband also understands the situation and is saying that the restaurant itself is not at any fault whatsoever. Please don't be too harsh on yourself about it. Thank you. I, on the other hand, am extremely sorry for the behavior of my mother-in-law. If you want to do anything about the incident, then don't care about me or my husband and do everything you need to. Yes, we're going to be contacting your mother-in-law later on about this incident. Marcia, I was banned from ever going to Wadai again because of you. I did a bit of asking around and apparently you're an acquaintance of the owner there. You probably told him some ridiculous lie about me, right? I'm honestly disgusted. Why did Alexis have to go and marry such a horrible person? This is divorce, I say. Divorce. I'm going to convince Alexis to divorce you. So at the end of the day, all you wanted was a reason for me and Alexis to get divorced, right? What? You were going to mix some crab soup powder in my food and cause me to have an anaphylactic shock, sending me to the hospital. Then you were going to tell Alexis such an unhealthy woman won't be able to bear healthy children? Divorce her right now? This was your plan, right? What? Why? Apparently one of the employees at Wadai overheard you on the phone while you were talking to one of your friends in the hallway. I was being overheard? Well, you do have a huge voice, Mrs. Willis. If you were asking as loud as you usually do, then people would have heard that you were saying even if they didn't want to. I guessed as to who you were talking to on the phone, and apparently they told you that you were going too far, but you just ignored their cautions. The restaurant as well. They removed all ingredients with crustaceans in them just as they were told, but had you mixed crab soup powder in the food just as you were planning to do. Then you wouldn't have just ruined all their efforts, but you would have disrupted their business as well. Had you succeeded, the restaurant would immediately lose its reputation. Do you understand that this could have gotten a lot more serious than just the divorce of one person? That's an exaggeration. But is it really an exaggeration? But there's no way my son has allergies. Because of your strange confidence that there's no way my son has allergies, you failed to take any precautions. That's the reason why Alexis had to be sent to the hospital, no? His allergic reactions appeared as soon as we left the restaurant, so we went straight to the hospital after we left. Luckily, nothing serious came out of it since Alexis noticed as soon as he put some of the sauce in his mouth and spit it out. But who knows what would have happened if he hadn't noticed and ate all of the sauce. You're lying. It's a lie. There's no way my son has allergies. I heard that one of the main reasons your husband divorced you was because you had this ridiculous pride in the strangest areas. What? After what happened yesterday now, I know what he meant. It seems that whatever I say to you is going to be a waste. So goodbye. Marcia, your apartment is completely empty. I asked your neighbor and they said that you moved the day before yesterday. What's the meaning of this? Huh? Did you come to our apartment or something? Didn't Alexis tell you that he didn't want to see you for the time being? You probably told Alexis some of your lies, right? His allergy to plants from the gourd family is probably just something in his head, and he's coming to actually believe after you telling him this and that. Which is why I brought him some roasted pumpkin and some pickled cucumbers. You what? He should be fine if he eats his mother's food and he's so familiar with. I'm so glad we moved. What? It was a mess since everything was so sudden, but I'm so glad we moved. What are you saying? I was just thinking about my son's happiness and health. Is that so? If that's your idea of making Alexis happy and healthy, then I'm afraid we're left with no choice but to cut ties with you. Cut ties with me? Isn't it enough for you just to disappear, divorce Alexis right now, and get out of our lives? I'm afraid what you're saying is impossible. Give me back Alexis. I'm currently pregnant. What? It's Alexis' child, of course. Is that so? My grandchild? If that's the case, then I'll be so kind as to live with you too. I'll forgive all your disrespectful actions towards me until now as well. Do you still not understand? What? My grandchild is going to be born, right? Make sure you give birth to a boy, alright? He needs to look like his father, Alexis. Of course. He also needs to be healthy and have no allergies just like his father. Do you understand? So you really don't understand. What? All this rate you're going to kill all of us, the whole family. You scare us, to be honest. It seems that cutting ties with you is really the only option. Marcia? It seems Alexis has already blocked your account. What? I'm going to block you as well. Marcia? If you'll excuse me then, goodbye. My mother-in-law probably knows how allergies work, but due to her own strange pride and beliefs, she's probably unable to see reality as it really is, and has distorted view of it. This is what my husband said. Anyways, our child is going to be born soon, and we decided that having her anywhere nearby is dangerous. We moved to a monthly apartment as a temporary solution before we decided on what we want to do from now. By the way, my husband works from home, so once my quest to companies to move to a different office is granted, we plan on moving even farther away. That being close in that case, my mother-in-law is now all on her own. My husband says that we should talk to our relatives about this and put her in some sort of facility so that she doesn't harm anyone ever again. The day when she meets her son she loves so much and her grandchild may never come.